14 years later, Katamari Damacy rolls onto the Nintendo Switch. But does this cult classic still hold up? And more importantly, is it worth your money? In Katamari Damacy, you control a young prince whose job it is to rebuild the universe thanks to good old dad who was on a bit of a bender and destroyed it. You know, family problems. To do this, you are sent to Earth and you control a Katamari ball, which is essentially a ball that makes things stick to it, and it's your job to make the ball bigger and bigger. I really can't make this stuff up. Now the challenge to this is that your Katamari ball can only absorb smaller objects at first. You'll start as small as thumbtacks and paper clips, and as you progress in the levels, you can start absorbing bigger objects like people and cars and buildings. It gets totally insane. Now, Katamari Damacy is relatively a short game as there are only 10 levels. There are branching levels that give you different objectives, like for one you'll be absorbing just fish or just twins, and really those levels gave this game a lot of diversity and really prolonged the game. Through these 10 levels and side levels, you'll probably be spending about 4 to 6 hours, but each of these levels has very good replay value as no two levels will be the same. Even if you play the same level, your Katamari ball will look very different. Each of these levels, your dad gives you an objective on how big your Katamari can be. Some of the early levels make you a 10-meter Katamari ball, whereas the later levels, you'll be going for 100 meters. Now, these levels are timed, and normally for me, racing against the clock is not one of my favorite things to do in games. However, I always felt like I was able to complete the objective in about half the time, giving me freedom to explore the levels. And trust me, with these wacky graphics and catchy tunes, you're going to want to explore every inch of these levels. Now, one of the frustrating and I say fun things about this game is that with all that freedom to explore the levels, you are going to hit into other objects. Now, when you do that, your Katamari ball gets smaller. Pieces of the Katamari can break off, which I think that was the real challenge, paired with the, I would say, poor controls, makes this game a wacky, fun challenge. Now, some will be turned off by the control scheme. There are 3 to choose from, and out of the 3, I really can't recommend a single one. But then again, how easy would it be to control a massive Katamari? Now, the Katamari Reroll Edition is essentially just an HD up-res of the PS2 original, and as far as exclusive Switch features, there's really only the motion control scheme, which I tried once and I'll probably never try again. So I guess the big question here is this game worth it? Now, Katamari Damacy Reroll on the Switch retails for $30 US, and for all you physical collectors, yes, there is a physical version, and I'm just going to say it, I think this game might become uncommon in the future. Now, this game boasts 10 levels, some side missions, and took me about 4 or 5 hours to beat, with I think tons of replay value. So definitely if you have interest in this type of game, I say go for it. There's really nothing else like it, even 14 years later. Now, with the unique gameplay and catchy tunes, I feel like this is a no-brainer to buy. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you plan to pick this up, or maybe you have this game already, and I will see you in the next review. Have a good one, guys.